Hey, Mike Pachelli here. Thanks for tuning into this video. I just want to talk about a little picking technique, trick slash exercise that you could use to really help your playing on any level. When I discovered this, it literally raised my playing up a good 20-25%. Now, and I also want to mention, make sure you're experimenting with different kinds of picks. I'm fortunate enough that V-Pick let me develop my own Pachelli pick, and it works perfect for my hands. But if you aren't experimenting with a lot of different kind of picks, you're missing out, because the right plectrum in your hand can make all the difference in the world. All right, now when we play figures on the guitar, now I'm going to take a very simple figure. Say for instance, like we'll go starting on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, 1st finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger. So that's a 1, 3, 4. I'm going to use that pattern for this entire exercise. If we play a pattern like that on all 6 strings, and again, I'm not worrying about melody, it's not quite on harmonic, but this is just an exercise. So don't worry about it being scalar or diatonic. But when we play a figure like 1, 3, 4, we usually play down, up, down, right? And then the next string we go down, up, down, and the next string down, up, down, down, up, down, down, right? Right? So let me get a close-up of that so you can see what I'm talking about. So that's the natural way we pick things when we're playing down the strings, going down. Now, the first thing I want you to try is to alternate between down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up on each string. So we'd go down, up, down. Then we get to the A string, up, down, up. D string, down, up, down. G string, up, down, up. B string, down, up, down. E string, up, down, up. So you're basically just continuing the down, up and crossing over strings. Now let me get a close-up of that so you make sure we're on the same page. So that's just basically keeping the down, up pattern, down, up pattern. And I'll do it again for you a little faster. Now we end up on an upstroke on the 6th fret of the E string. And what I like to do, we're up, I like to move that 1, 3, 5 pattern up a half step and go backwards. So now we'll be down, up, 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 down, up. And now the next note would be a downstroke. So let me do that very slow for you. All right, I'll get a close-up of that for you. All right, so now, again, we're just keeping the down, up, down, up. Now, for this exercise, what I like to do is try to go as far up the neck as I can all the way back. Again, using the 1, 3, 4 pattern. And continuing the down, up, alternating picking, like this. incorrectly, you end up on a downstroke. So it's just alternating picking, 1, 3, 4, and when you get to the top note, slide up and come backwards, and continue the alternating picking. Now that you should do at your own pace, maybe with a metronome to make sure you keep it as smooth as you can. The fun and the challenge happens now when you do the opposite. So instead of starting down, up, down, start up, down, up, and then the next string, down, up, down. So up, down, 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 up, down. You understand what I'm saying? All the way up. That gets really challenging. And all the way up and down the neck. It seems very laborious and non-musical, but if you do that enough and keep it in tempo, you'll find that when you play other things, it becomes much easier. It's basically just alternating picking, down, up, down, and then start the alternating picking, up, down, up. Let me get a close-up of the up, down, up one that I was just talking about. So we'll call that reverse alternating picking exercise. I do that a lot when I'm watching TV. Remember when I studied with Joe Pass, he told me to let your conscious do something, like watch TV with the sound off while your subconscious practices, and then it files in your long-term memory. But I'll watch TV and I'll play, You understand? And as I'm doing that, the better, more articulate I get, I find that other licks and riffs that I normally play become so much easier. So I hope that helps you. And hey, I'm Mike Pachelli. If you'd like to drop me a line, you can do so at mikepachelli.com. I answer every email. So until next video, thanks for hanging out with me.